This next video in R.2 is moving back to just sort of our simpler times, right? So we're going to be looking at our integers mainly with a little bit of rational decimals thrown in there, but it's going to be multiplying and dividing. So the only rule is if you multiply or divide numbers with the same sign, the answer is positive. And if you multiply or divide numbers with different signs, the answer comes out negative. The other thing you should be aware of is that anytime thing times 0 is 0. So let's give these a go. Here I've got -3 times -9, so I can already do the signs. A negative times a negative means my answer is going to come out positive. So then 9 times 3 is 27. And that's that commutative thing, right? It doesn't matter whether I do 3 times 9 or 9 times 3, I'm going to get the same answer. For this next one, I've got a positive times a negative, so I know my answer is going to come out negative. And then 6 times 9 is 54. You guys can't see me, but I totally just did the hand trick for multiplying by my 9 times tables. This next one, I am awful at multiplying decimals together. I know that 5 times 4 is just pause 20, but I'm always like, is it 0.2 or is it, I'm pretty sure it's 0.2. But this is a good one to try on your calculator. So we're going to put in -0.5 times -0.4 equals, and I get positive, because it was a negative times a negative, 0.2. Yay. All right, and then the last one, anything times 0 is just 0. So even if this was -7 times 0, it's still just 0, right? And the dividing has the same rule. The only thing I want to point out with dividing is that there's a number of ways of writing division. So this is the classic way, like A divided by B, 45 divided by 3. That's a very classic way of writing division. It's not the common way for writing it in Math 50. Mathematicians are often too lazy to draw your division symbol. So instead they just put 45 over 3. 45 over 3 means 45 divided by 3. And then there's one way that people are often not aware of that I wish people were more aware of, is that 45 divided by 3 is the same as 45 times a third. So timesing by a third, because the 3 is in the denominator, this is still 45 divided by 3. So all of those are going to give me 15. The other word of caution is that zeros matter whether they're in the numerator or the denominator. So if you had nothing and you were dividing it into 3 groups, so if I had no money and I was giving no money to 3 people, they'd all get no money, right? 0 divided by 3 is 0. And if you plug it into your calculator, it'll give you 0. But 3 divided by 0, if I have $3 and I have to somehow give that $3 to no groups, I mean, the money exists. How do I make it not go anywhere, right? That would be magic. And so that's called undefined. Or does not exist, right? There is no answer when you do 3 divided by 0. If you tried it on your calculator, so 3 divided by 0, your calculator will say error. Okay, so anything that is error means that it's not real. All right, so let's try some. So here I've got -12 divided by 4. So again, a negative divided by a positive is a negative. 12 divided by 4 is 3, so -3. I don't know what I just said there, but a negative divided by a positive is a negative. I hope that's what I said. Okay, and then this one, I've got a negative divided by a negative, so I know it's going to come out positive. And then 8 divided by 4 is 2. Here I've got 5 divided by 0. And so I'm just going to double check what the back of the book writes. Every textbook is different. Some books will say does not exist, some will say undefined. I just wanted to double check. So this book says undefined, which is great. I like that one. All right, and then lastly, 0 divided by 7 is 0. All right, so go and practice your multiplication and division of these mainly integers, but a couple rational decimals in there.